What's up, math scholars? We're learning eliminating today, so that'll be fun to go along with the other two methods for solving, substituting and graphing. So who's excited? Our final method, yeah! Woo! So, the elimination method, you will add straight down and get one variable to disappear. It's like you're being a magician. And that's why it's called elimination. One of them gets eliminated. These ones are awesome to use if both of your equations are in standard form. So like ax plus by equals c, and all your x's and y's line up. This would be a great method for you. So this is a typical elimination problem. Notice all the x's and all the y's are all on the left side. They're all lined up beautifully. Something like this would definitely be a good candidate to use the elimination. So the way elimination works is you draw a big line across and you put a big addition sign here. So you basically make an addition problem out of your system. We're going to add straight down, combining our like terms. What is 2x plus negative 2x? Nothing. That's the variable that just got eliminated. The x's are gone, which is awesome. What is 3y plus 5y? Yep. And what is 11 plus 13? 24. So that gives us an equation with only one variable in it that we can go ahead and then solve. So divide by 8. It looks like y would be 3. Okay, so we just got half of our answer. Now, unfortunately, as much as you guys liked yelling out, back to the bubble, there's no bubble to go back to, so it's not as easy to solve for the other variable. So you just have to select your favorite equation. Is your favorite equation equation 1 or equation 2? I go with equation 1 because they're all positives. I like to steer clear of my negatives. So I will write down equation 1, but in place of y, I will place my 3, because we already figured out y equals 3. And then we're solving it for the x then. So 3 times 3 is 9. I can subtract my 9 over to the other side and get 2. And divide both sides by 2 and get 1. There you have it. So did you follow? So normally the really scholarly people are already raising their hands going, what would happen if they wouldn't line up perfectly, or they wouldn't just cancel out? That will be coming. We will talk how you will do it. Okay. Any questions? All right, let's try another one. So they're lined up marvelously. That's good. Is there one that will cancel out? That's awesome. So we're ready to rock. Alright, let's go ahead and add straight down. What's going to happen with our x's? Go be gone! They're eliminated. We don't need to write anything. What is 5y plus a negative 2y? 3y. And then what is 28 and a negative 13? 15. That was awesome how our x is eliminated. Divide both sides by 3 and you'll have what y equals. So y equals 5. Alright, we have to pick our favorite equation to plug that 5 into. Do you guys like equation 1 or equation 2? Yeah, who in their right mind would like equation 2? Not me. So let's do equation 1. We're going to put a 5 in place of y and then solve it out for x. That won't be too bad. 5 times 5 is 25. And we can subtract the 25 over to the other side and get 3. Do you love it? Elimination. I love it. Elimination is my favorite. Well, obviously going and typing in decimals is my favorite because that's the lazy way, but this is a fun method. Alright, it's going to start getting harder. Let's find one where not everything's quite lined up to start. This one. So not everything's quite lined up to start. If it was me personally, I would just move this 20 over and use substitution. But since this lesson is about elimination, we're going to use elimination. To get everything kind of lined up, I would probably subtract this y over to this side so it can be sitting on the same side as the 3x. So visualize that y subtracting over. It would give you 3x minus y equals negative 20. Do you agree? So I'm just going to kind of cross this off because it's not really there anymore. I rearranged it. Alright, we have a little bit of a predicament on our hands. If I would go to add straight down right now, would one of the variables eliminate? No, and that is a problem. So what you're allowed to do is go through and change the signs on every single term in one of the equations. It's the same thing as mathematically multiplying by a -1 through the whole equation. So it doesn't matter which one you do. You just want to do the top one. So if I multiply everybody through by a -1, this becomes a -3x, this becomes a positive y, and this becomes a positive 20. And now you're set up for elimination. So you're allowed to do that as long as you do it to every single term in the equation. Alright, let's add our x's down. How many x's would I have? -10x? How many y's would I have? They're eliminated. That was the point. And then on this side, I'll have a 60. At this point, we'll divide both sides by our -10. Getting x equals -6. And then at this point, I'm going to erase the mark I had on that first equation. Is the first original equation your favorite, or the second original equation? I'm going to go back to an original, just in case you made a mistake with your changes. First original or second original? I like the first one too. So go to the first one, I'll put my -6 in for x, and then I will solve it for y. This won't be too bad. 3 times -6 is -18. And then I can just add that 20 over. So -18 plus 20 is 2. -6 plus 2. Alright, people watching the video, we're playing Board Buddies, and I have 6 people at the board, so stay tuned and we'll give you the answer to this in a minute. Maybe try it at home on your own paper. Pause the video and try it by yourself. Alright, our final answer was -2,4, which looks like everybody's got it. Anybody at the seats have your trouble? Are you doing this when you're at your seats, hopefully? Not taking a power nap? Alright, let's find another one. Alright, here's our next problem for Board Buddies, so at home you can hit pause and try it on the video yourself. Hello, people watching the video. We went ahead as a class and decided that changing the signs was very important, so you can pick either equation to change the signs. Let's just do the bottom one. And then when you add down, your y's can eliminate. So that kind of gives you your answer for x to be -4. And after plugging it back in, we ended up with y equals 6. Looks like everybody did pretty good on that one. Got my board buddies up here, and we discussed how not everything's lined up. I would leave my first equation as is. And what are we going to do on our second equation, buddies? Help me, buddies. What are we doing? Moving that 6y over. That would give us a 4x minus a 6y when you subtracted him over. And that is what you guys are going to be working with. So finish this up at home with the video. Hey there, people at home. So we lined everything up. We chose to change the signs on the bottom equation. Our y's disappeared. Our x's did not disappear, so we solved for x, got 10. Then I chose the original second equation to plug it back into. That's what you're seeing over there in green. That gave me a y value of 5. A few people at the board still finishing up, so I'll pause the video and then I'll come back at you with the homework assignment. Alright, so here's the homework, and thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you had fun learning about elimination. Bye-bye!